Okay, core worse than forest here. Hand's very close. I would love to just play Saga on turn 1, but I think I need to play core and so I can cast the Stirrings. Yeah, Lithoform Engine, that's it. Lithoform Engine. Making EDH and try to kill the Golos meme. Yeah, the Golos meme needs to die. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. I don't know how many more EDH decks I'm going to build, but I think Magda's really cool. And I've got some fun combos. I'm going to play Urborg and then the Bell that turns everything into swamps. And then there's a dragon that comes into play and deals 3 damage to everything. And so I can Armageddon. Scamming. Do you think having rid of this deck for Fable will be watering the deck down? In this deck, yeah, I would not be interested in the slightest bit in playing Fable of the Mirror Breaker in this key deck. Okay, thankfully Rebirth, and not the +1 counter. Oh, well, I guess it's a 4-turn clock no matter what. Yeah, Chromus Bell. Okay, there's a key. Pretty easy Coretapper, right? Yeah, Forest would have been much better than Core in this spot. It's always tough to like balance everything. What is the plan? The deck to beat the scam deck easily? I don't know. Like play Sanctifier in Vec, I guess, is the best answer. Gotta do Life Limb, Plague Engineer plus Yavimaya. Ooh, good Thoughtseize. Good, well-timed Thoughtseize. Yeah, Reanimator's pretty good against it too. I mean, they do have some graveyard hate, I guess. Mostly sideboard. They have Voidwalkers in the main, it's worse. They took Karn? Oh, they just have 2 discard spells. Oh. Still kind of surprised they didn't take the Coretapper. Dude, we drew Power Conduit, we win. Okay, we don't exactly win this turn, right? But it's like pretty close. Oh, I should have Mirrodin Cord this turn though. Small mistake, but we now we just get to make a steady stream of constructs. So if they don't have Blood Moon, we're probably gonna be fine. Especially because we can take 2 hits. We'll see, we'll see. It was maybe better to make a token this turn. No, I need to play the Power Conduit for sure. Okay, so let's go. Charge counter on the Cornucopia, peeling off here. And I think I just get Expedition Map. And then playing Crack Map for Inventors Fair. Or, Crack Map for Inventors Fair. And then I can play Key, play Inventors Fair. And then I have... These each are basically 2. So, 2, 4... I think I'm 1 mana short of making a Saga token and cracking the Fair, but that's fun. I can crack the Fair next turn. Oh no, I have enough. No, I don't have enough because I have to tap the Fairs and stuff. So I guess I'll put a counter on the Mirrodin's core, but not super relevant. Okay, Terminate's fine. Oh, I could have actually pulled the counter off the court this turn also. But it's fine, we just win. I believe. No, Expedition Map's been around for a long time. It's always been like your payoff with your Urza Saga. So here, I think I should just be able to go get Surge Node. Surge Node. Crack Inventors Fair. Crack Inventors Fair for Astral Cornucopia. Or sorry, not Astral Cornucopia, for Magistrate Scepter. Untap the Cornucopia, play Scepter. 3 mana left after that. Key, untap Power Conduit. Key, untap Power Conduit. Then I'm 2 mana short to cast the Power Conduit. So I think I should just get a key. And here we can go crack Inventors Fair for the Scepter. Untap here. And then we go. Wait, am I still one short? Hold on. I am still one short, aren't I? Untap. Yeah, I guess we just have to hope they don't have another terminate. They don't play that many, right? Make 2 Saga token. You can only make 1 Saga token. You can't untap Saga. I guess they can also have Lightning Bolt, though. They would have just bolted me, right? J-Mac, 2 months. Appreciate you. Okay, so presumably we win here. Maybe not in the most elegant fashion, though. Okay, so I'm gonna go charge counter on the Scepter, and I think instead of untapping the Conduit, I'll just put a charge counter on their Mirrodin's core. But this is game over. This is game over. Game over, man. Game over. Okay, up a game against Rakdos Scam. I think this is a matchup where I want my jars. On the draw, I want to keep in my caverns. I think I'm comfortable cutting a core on the draw. I really often been going down to 17 lands post board. And then I think we'll go down 1 Scepter, 1 Key. Click submit. Seems fine. This deck is the true scam? Maybe. This hand is so good if we have a Chalice. We don't have a Chalice. I think we have to mulligan. Okay. So I think we put back Everflowing Chalice, and then Gemstone Caverns, the Mystic Forge, or maybe it was better to Gemstone Caverns the Chalice, so that we could theoretically get that with Karn. Okay, fine against this. Glad it wasn't Grief, obviously. Yeah, we did win game 1, yes. So I think I'm very likely to block and sack to save 8 life and just guarantee that I'm casting Mystic Forge next turn. Pretty cool to obviously like Thoughtseize on the Mystic Forge, Disruption on the Astral Cornucopia, but when you mulligan and you Gemstone Caverns, you're like, you know, weak to these kind of cards, right? I got paired against the key deck. Unfortunately for my opponent, I was playing Etron, so 4 main deck, 1-sided Stonies. Yeah, I hear that those are good in the matchup, huh? Ooh. Okay, so we need to draw payoff. Well-timed Grief. The incarnations were bad the whole time, actually. Villainous, Modern Horizons 2 cards. So they have 11 points of power in play. However, I can chump block the Fury with an Urza Saga next turn. We have 3. We're 1 mana short of going Karn for Ensnaring Bridge all in one go. They have no cards in their hand, though. So now we have enough mana to Karn for Bridge. We also can make 2. We can block the Fury for 2 turns in a row. Any way we get Inventors Fair? No, we're gonna need to get a Power Surge Node or Key. People suggest Tezzeret's Gambit a lot without suggesting what to cut, but I think that it just makes the deck a bit too slow, and it's like obviously like, you know, it would be a good top deck, but you're cutting like I think in theory another payoff for it. Again, kind of an easy card to like suggest without suggesting how to, you know, what card to add, right? I could get a Welding Jar and try to keep my Construct alive, but I'm just dead to this Voidwalker in 2 turns. I wonder if it... Maybe I could map for Inventors Fair this turn, though, so that I can gain a life and be alive against the Voidwalker attack, and then also just like block and sack and keep my Construct alive if I want to. That seems kind of like the best line. Obviously, I can sack the Inventors Fair for a Mystic Forge if I want to, or... Could have blocked and traded with Fury. The Fury's a 4/4. 4/4 double strike. I'm not sure how we're trading. At the 7 months, appreciate you. You can't get a Mystic Forge. Construct was a 5/5. Right. But then we don't get to gain the 1 life against the Voidwalker, right? I can get a Mystic Forge with the Fair, right? What am I missing? Yeah, I think I'm just literally going to do that right now. And then I mean, I guess, you know, having Mystic Forge when you're at 1 life really kind of sucks, but I think it's still the line. Thank you, Bam, with the set for the 7 months. At was me Bam G. I think I recall you saying Voidwalker's worst card against Murktide. Is there any validity to overloading their removal? This idea of overloading their removal is like, I don't think makes sense for like the Rakdos midrange against the Murktide deck, where their removal is live. No matter what you do, their removal is live. Their removal lines up against your Voidwalker the best. You have better cards in the matchup than Voidwalker. It's not necessarily Voidwalker just being truly abysmal against Murktide, also so much as it is like you just have better options. All right, well, going to game 3. Soul, 19 months, thank you. Submit. Yeah, but this strategy of like turn 2, play a 3/2 against Murktide, like, and the head dies to their 1 mana spell, and you fall behind on board. This is just like, you know, and I'm overloading their removal. I don't think it's a good strat. Let's keep this. I'm going to Ice Bridge, looking for a mana battery. Found one. Hopefully the Coretapper stays in my hand. That would be awesome. Man, do I love this deck. What's the best sideboard card against this deck? I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you what the best sideboard card is against this deck. I want to play my pet deck without running into any artifact hate cards. I don't want to tell you. What a rude question to ask. What a horrid question to ask me. What the best sideboard card is. The audacity of some people. Ooh. I think I'm just probably supposed to prioritize keeping this Coretapper alive. Just cast the Scepter, and then can start going off next turn if they don't deal with it. Can also, like, theoretically just take a turn if they kill this. But probably maybe more of a priority to get the counters here. Yeah, good read on the moon. This is fine, though. Yeah, let me put the counter on the Cornucopia. I just need the mana now that they Magused me. Welding Jar is pretty nice. So we have theoretically... If I sack the Coretapper, I have a ton of mana. I don't know if I'm going to, though. Yeah, why don't I just go... Yeah, let's just go Karn plus on Scepter. Pass. If you can reanimate the Coretapper, you go infinite. Well, I can't do that. The scam run artifact destruction, I assume. You're just talking about, you know, in theory. Okay, so let's regenerate the Cornucopia. We're gonna be effectively infinite next turn. We're gonna at least yeah, we win because we have 2 keys in the sideboard right now. Assuming they don't have anything else, I guess they can have something. Damn it. Sure is something, huh? So I have the option to put 3 counters on the Scepter and take a turn, but I think it's probably just... I'm in way better position if I just have the 2 extra mana with the Karn. Because I can get like Mystic Forge with mana still to do stuff. Lots of good draws. Why would I animate the Scepter? To block the Magus. And I thought that blocking the Magus, like, or planning to block the Magus was fine there, right? Since I had the ability to Welding Jar. But Hidetsugu into Fury was, you know, very good there, right? Bridge into Coating seems good. Yeah, I'm just gonna get Mystic Forge. Okay, another Karn on top. Win a control deck with Hidetsugu? Maybe when that becomes good. So any day now. Any day now. Ooh, brutal. I Welding Jarred my Cornucopia, but they have another answer to it, unfortunately. A lot of hate cards for opponent this game. Let's cast this on 1. Thankfully their clock is not too bad. Ooh, Key is nice. Welding Jar is nice. Exile top card. Play this on 0. Play a Surge Node. Another Key. Okay, doing pretty good. Oh boy, do I love Mystic Forge. If you work on Nobody's Phoenix, want to see what yours looks like? Yeah. If I play in the tournament, though, I'm going to keep it under wraps and, for the first time in my life, not tell the world what I'm playing in a tournament because it's very high stakes. The biggest stakes tournament of my career. Okay, so we draw a Key. Top card is Inventors Fair. Let's Mystic Forge that away. Top card, Coretapper, one of the best cards that could have been on the top. Oh, no, I was supposed to hold this, I think, so I could go for Paradox Engine. Hold on. No, I didn't have enough mana to do that. Yeah, we can just go Karn Bridge here. It's kind of like the easy, obvious line, but like with 2 Welding Jars, it's just definitely good. Gonna be very hard to lose this game, I think. We could find a way. What are the stakes? I have no idea. I just it's mostly for fun. But I wanna think fly, you know, under the radar. Try to find something sweet. Not give it away ahead of time. Okay, it should be somewhat trivial to win from this point. I almost always go for Paradox Engine when I have a lot of mana and a Mystic Forge in these spots. And then I'll usually make like a bunch of mana at first, but you kind of don't need to like float the extra 9 mana every single time you cast a spell. Although maybe I'll make this 3/3 so I can just tap like the Cornucopia in this instead of the keys every time. Ooh. Then now I can just... Yeah, we could just make the giant, the most giant chalice you've seen today. And use this to... Just untap this. This is 8. Oh, sorry. That's actually not the most giant chalice you've seen today. This one is. Yeah, I mean, this is like pretty unnecessary, but it's just also very fun. What can I say? Okay, I declare this enough mana. So we get to go tap Mystic Forge. Where is it? Over here. Tap Mystic Forge. Brick on the Mystic Forge. Untap Mystic Forge. We have to brick on another spell. We only have... This is my last key. Did not brick. Then we get to untap all the keys, so we just get to keep going. It's very hard to fizzle from here, especially because you can hit more keys. I think this is the closest I've ever come to bricking from the spot before. Let me just tap at least this one, huh? There we go. There's the Scepter. Just make us a little bit of mana. Yeah, we get to take at least one turn here. No, this is actually just infinite. Or as many as you could realistically want. Maybe you're greedy and want more than than like 17 turns here. So get that out of the hand. And opponent is making me click. That's fine. They're free to do so. I'll show them the Walking Ballista at some point. I think my opponent's going to ask, how do you kill from here? And I'll say, I have a Walking Ballista. Yeah, I can't do it this turn because the Karn only has 1 loyalty. I can do it next turn, which is also this turn. Can't we just plus Karn, add counters to Scepter, pass, kill them with Ballista next turn? Yeah, I'm trying to. My opponent's just like, you know, chilling, right? I'm trying. Oh, it's all not F6. Ooh, another key. It's fun. Okay, no need to do like literally anything besides take a turn, untap Ballista. Don't need to cast the Mystic Forge. I don't need to do anything. You even have another Karn. Yeah, that was pretty good through Magus to the Moon, Hidetsugu Consumes All, and Explosives. Obviously, sometimes if we had no Karns, we win. Yeah, you would be able to win with, oh, so you would usually win with, like, Manifold Key on your Construct, plus, but I guess we can't get rid of the bridge. Oh, can we Boseiju our own bridge? I don't think so. Okay, we usually keep Power Conduit Urza Saga. I'll stream if I can get my hands on cards. No promises. And then Thursday, Friday, I'm gonna try to do like 10-hour streams or something like that. Just like very long streams with the new cards. Okay, probably playing against Living In. Coretapper is kind of interesting against Living In since you get to sack it, bring it back for value. This hand definitely needs to draw a Chalice effect fast, since this is not going to be a matchup where you can just dirtle around forever. That being said, Urza Saga can tutor Everflowing Chalice into play. Yeah, it would be just so good to draw Mana Battery right here. No such luck. I kind of feel like I want to play the Coretapper. It's so bad if they force a negation my Power Conduit. I almost feel like I just lose. But obviously, like, getting to Saga every turn is really valuable here too. But I think they're like somewhat likely to have force of negation. I think I'm pretty resilient to force of negation if I play this. I can select the Coretapper target itself, bring it back if they Living End. Can make tons of mana next turn. And it's also extra good if they just like don't Living End this turn, and I get to, I get 2 Coretappers returned. And if they Living End, just bring back Striped Riverwinder, Curator of Mysteries. That is okay with me. So maybe looking for a Grief. They do mill over Living In, so they're probably not looking for a black card for Grief. My hand is like mostly payoffs. I think they're either going to take the Coretapper or the Voltaic Key. Maybe Karn, maybe because Karn can get me a source of graveyard hate. Opponent says, Is that this week? That's this week. That's this week. That I think I'm going to take tomorrow off, Wednesday HelloFresh cooking stream because Magic Online's not up on Wednesday, and then like 10, 12-hour stream Thursday, Friday. I think that schedule makes sense to me, but I'm not 100% sure I'm going to lock into it, I guess. Ooh, another key. Okay, so we get Everflowing Chalice, counter on the Chalice, sack here, Coretapper, sack here, Voltaic Key, untap. Cast Karn, see if Karn resolves. Karn immediately resolves. Am I going to get Paradox Engine? I don't know if I've ever gotten Paradox Engine with this little amount of mana before, but I think it's fine. Let's just go for it. Let's not count. Let's be bad. Coating. Dude, I guess Coating's pretty good with the double key, huh? But you Karn players just love to get Coating. Yeah, we get to take an extra turn here. We maybe get to, hold on, so we're definitely going to go Voltaic Key, untap Power Conduit. 5. Oh. I think we peel a counter here. Do I have enough mana to, yeah, I have enough mana to go just charge counter, untap, turn. Did I make this myself? I did, yeah. It was really hard. I took a lot of time. This has gone through some iterations, but I did make this deck. I'm also not the first person to ever register any of these cards, though, but I did build the deck. That's all we do here, chat, is just build decks. Okay, let's go Mystic Forge. There's maybe a better way to do this, but this is the easiest way. Probably gonna put a counter. Okay, they just concede. Okay, pretty good. Heard about via Card Market. They gave a shout out. Thank you to Card Market. Are my rival enemy, I guess, as a now a TCG player, a subsidiary. Although I've been planning to just buy eBay. I think it would make this whole ordeal where Channel Fireball gets bought by a TCG player, gets bought by eBay. I think if I just buy eBay, this would all just become a lot easier. So I would think we're gonna have a donation goal by eBay. So if anybody wants to Google how much eBay costs, that would be nice. Oh, so I should probably bring in the crypt. I'll cut a key for a crypt. Oh, sorry, I meant to cut. That was a welding jar. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, this is fine. Donation goal, buy eBay. Why not buy Amazon? I think I would need at least like 10 more subscribers to buy Amazon. 24 billion? We could probably lowball them. eBay, are you interested in some deck techs? Are you interested in some deck techs? I hear your F&M is coming up, and we've been negotiating on the price of eBay for several weeks now. You really want to go to F&M without me looking at your list first? Oh, Sprawn! Donate! We did it! We got the 10 subs to buy Amazon or eBay, whichever one I said. We have the 10 extra subs, and we'll actually call the website Sprawn.com. Sprawn.com. I thought CFB and TG Birds was eBay. eBay, so it's kind of like, you ever see like the Phantom Menace? You ever see the Phantom Menace? Here, I'll show you. I'll explain the merger via the Phantom Menace. Hold on. Don't worry, it's very easy. Okay, so it's like this little ship. This is Channel Fireball, and this is me. I'm Jar Jar, and this is Gabriel Nassif, and this is Andrea Mengucci, who's just the most handsome. And we're swimming, and what's that? What's that? Is that TCG player coming to buy Channel Fireball? Oh no! Oh no! Our brand, our content, blah 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 blah. And then we're being chewed on by TCG player, and bam! Here comes eBay. eBay is the bigger fish. And then the thief goes.
There's always a bigger fish.
And that's politics or business, baby. That's business. Sprawn, also thank you for the 2 months. Thank you. Yeah, that's showbiz, baby. I'm gonna keep this. It's missing some pieces. We're on the draw. We got stirrings. Thank you, Ginger. Yeah, I'm definitely Jar Jar because I'm secretly evil, and I've been plotting to overthrow Channel Fireball this whole time from the inside. But it's on a mold of 5. So here's an important thing to know. It's very easy when you have 2 caverns in your opening hand to just click both caverns thinking you're exiling one to the other. Make sure you don't do that because you can't undo. Rage with the Twitch Prime, thank you. So, okay, then exile this. Okay, Mechanical Sanctum. Okay, Surge Node means if I can find a mana battery off the Chalice, we'll be off to the races. I do find one. I think this, and I've got the payoff with the Scepter, so it's pretty easy. Decision to just grab the Everflowing Chalice, play Welding Jar, cast the Chalice, cast the Surge Node. Yeah, pretty good turn 1. My opponent has Force of Vigor, we can Welding Jar something. They'll be down to just 2 cards if they have Force of Vigor. I'm really not sure if we're supposed to protect, or which permanent we're supposed to protect, because we have more. We have a lot of ways to get Everflowing Chalice. I'm not sure it's close. Maybe my opponent's just reading Surge Node. Okay, Ancient Stirrings, interesting pickup. Let's go ahead and cast that. Coretapper, Karn the Great Crater, Tormod's Crypt, Astral Cornucopia. Coretapper is so good against Living End. It's so good with the Scepter in my hand. It's really bad if they grief or force my Scepter, but I think I take that. The Crypt is not bad either. It's also really good with the Scepter. Notably, I can't cast it this turn. It's okay, though. Crypt is kind of insane. I mean, Crypt is good, too, but my opponent's on a multi-5. They only have one creature in their graveyard. Like, if they Living in next turn without a grief, I'm almost definitely not bothered at all. Okay, maybe with 2 Waker of Waves and a Street Wraith, I'm bothered. Maybe. I can block sack. Guess I would prefer not to have to do that. I would also prefer for them to miss their land drop. That's pretty good. Don't mind that. Ooh, another key is very good. Okay, so we'll go Surge Node on our Everflowing Chalice. The key here is mana neutral, so it seems fine to play out. 2, 3, or one mana short of playing both Scepter and Coretapper here, but I think that's fine. Or do they have... They have a Brazen Borrower for the Chalice. Okay. So we can go untap the Chalice, float for 2 mana, play Coretapper, play Chalice. What do I call this deck? I've been calling it 8-key Scepter combo. Surely they don't have Subtlety in against me. Maybe they do. I've got Karns, I guess. Oh, I've got Subtlety in against you. And don't call me Shirley. Force of Vigor targeting Surge Node and Manifold Key. What is it in game? I take infinite turns with Scepter, win with Karn, make a ton of mana. Yeah, I think I just regen the key, since the key untapping the Coretapper is really valuable here. Because, like, in theory, if my opponent goes Living in this turn, I get to go sack, put 2 counters on the Chalice, untap Coretapper and play, and then I just get to go Scepter, counter, 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 although I'm one mana short. Yeah, I agree. Force of Vigor is pretty good against us, huh? Okay, this was not the time to Violent Outburst. I think I just sack. So I'm not even dead to an attack if they don't have a removal spell, which is nice. They only have 1 card in their hand. 14. I mean, I am dead if they have a removal spell for the tapper, though, next turn. I could get really lucky off this Mystic Forge. Probably lucky enough. Well, hold on. So I can go Coretapper, 5 counters. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to counters on the Chalice, cast Karn with 1 mana floating, have 5 mana extra, maybe more. So yeah, if I did 0 on top, I could have potentially gone for Paradox Engine here. The obvious, like, easy, like, no brain line is Ensnaring Bridge. There's probably a better line here, though. Maybe there's not. Maybe there's not. So yeah, let's actually go Voltaic Key, untap Chalice. Just cast the Power Conduit. We can still cast Bridge if we don't see like another key or anything underneath. We don't. Yeah, this is, I guess, just fine. And obviously, if they have an answer for Bridge, we lose. But pretty good turn overall. 2 mana. Okay, it's not Boseiju or Borrower, right? That would have already been on the stack. We won game 1 as Zen. I heard that's not how it goes. This deck is actually not bad at all against living in game 1. My experience, at least. All right, let's go and put a counter on this, peeling off the Ice Bridge counter. 2 cards in my opponent's hand. My top card is Tendo Ice Bridge. I'm just going to go ahead and start the turn off by casting a Paradox Engine. The best start to any turn. They have Force of Negation. We keep playing. If they don't, the game should be relatively over. Oh, was I supposed to peel... Yeah, I guess I am supposed to peel Luck Counter off. Oh, sorry, I'm also supposed to be tapping Mystic Forge before I cast the Scepter. Oh, now I cast the Scepter from the top. Coretapper makes things hella easy. So, counter, untap, counter, untap, counter, Coretapper, untap everything. They should call it Core Untapper, am I right? And then now we just get to untap the Coretapper multiple times a turn, putting counters on the Scepter, winning the game. Phoenix, 8 months, thank you. I know I've not won an RCQ yet. I only have a couple more tries. We'll see, we'll see. I think I have to mull again. If I'm on the draw, I've got a Caverns. This hand is so good if we draw one. My opponent did reveal a Companion. Obosh. Oh, probably the Obosh deck we saw earlier. Which is playing discard spells, and so mulliganing is worse into discard spells. Let's do it. Let's be bad. Yeah, but like the thing about Dice Factory is like that usually refers to like the Tron deck that has like all these like giant payoffs and is also like garbage and I don't know. Garbage is a bit hyperbolic, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't usually keep hands like this. Got maybe a little tempted by the Gemstone Caverns. But this hand also just needs to draw a Mana Battery or Ancient Stirrings or Urza Saga. And it's fine. And maybe my opponent's just, gonna play a bunch of relics. Draw for turn. Forest. Well, maybe we just cast Mystic Forge on turn 3, the fairway. So now any land is also in that range of really good draws. Discard Lightning Bolt, discard Bone Crusher Giant. Huh. So yeah, I guess Scepter is also a good draw here, where we're going to be able to take a bunch of turns here. Have I tried Serum Powder in here just for the lulz? I don't like to put cards in decks just for the lulz, but I also think like post-London Mulligan, Serum Powder is completely unplayable or almost completely unplayable in modern decks. It's just like, it doesn't work very well with the London Mulligan because you're still like, I can't remember the exact ruling. I know it's weird. I remember it's like there's a little bit of tension and like so many times I feel like when you're Serum Powdering a hand in modern, it's because it has a Serum Powder in it and the hand is like automatically a mulligan. If could I answer the card market question, if I did choose a deck to win a match or die, what deck would I run? I would play, if I could choose a match to win or die, I would play Insect Tribal, or I would maybe play Mono Red Prison, or perhaps Black White Sewer, maybe just a deck of 60 forests. Oh, Death and Taxes is pretty flavorful, huh? Ooh, are they gonna blast them? If they blast them, they kill a bunch of their own stuff. But then they don't die, huh? Could try to dig for a mana battery. I think leaving the Karn on top is fine. Obosh in the hand, that is not going to be good enough. Counter on the Scepter, counter off the Saga, Karn into the hand. Mystic Forge, not much on top, but that's fine. Destructotron with the 5-pack, thank you, buddy. Hope you're having a good one today. If you got a gift to stuff from Destructotron, make sure to thank him. And Chai to the tier 1, don't want to miss you either. Seems like we have got nothing but good options. I might just grab a key here. Yeah, I think just grabbing a key is correct. Take an extra turn. Urza Saga trigger on the stack. Peel, counter off. Get a Surge node. Get another key with the Karn. Go Tendo Ice Bridge, key, untap Power Conduit, counter here, key, untap Power Conduit, take a turn. Guess I should have tapped the Mystic Forge, but it's effectively game over here. Okay, so against this mono red deck, I don't remember seeing the list, but I think I'll just go in, or I remember how much land destruction the list had, but I think I'll go N3 Welding Jar, -1 key, -1 Scepter, click submit. So we rule for established combo decks where you can just call a judge and ask, do I win? You literally do get to do that. You literally do get to do that with combo decks if you can demonstrate an infinite loop. You get if your opponent's not doing anything, you can say, do you have a response to this loop? If they just stand there stonewalled, unanswering you like a ghost, then you get to call a judge, and the judge will make them react or lose. What am I putting away here? Maybe probably the Ancient Stirrings. Yeah, because I'm gonna cast the 2-drop on turn 1. Stirrings digging for a Chalice effect would be kind of nice, but but Saga also does that here. Yeah, this does look like the list that won the PT key, which is cool. I think we play the Power Conduit because we don't currently have the Chalice effect in play. We're going to get it off the Saga in a couple turns. If they Blood Moon me, it's kind of bad, obviously. Have Inventors Fair on top. Maybe we'll just draw a mana battery here, huh? Oh, another 4-drop is pretty bad. I will spend my mana on my Coretapper, though. Oh, I missed that Destruct out of deck tech. Best deck except How Do I Beat Fury? Forge Tinder is how you beat Fury. I see a lot of decks like this that are okay. They do have the Blood Moon. Just need a mana battery. I see a lot of decks like this that are playing these cheap creature decks and not playing Forge Tinder. But Forge Tinder is very good in the format. It is a card that I think is like good to play in Winota anyways. I would maybe even just be playing the full 4. I would also very, very likely to play... Maybe it was not good to put the Stirrings back, huh? But I would also be very likely to play, I think, in this deck, Ranger Captain, and so that you can tutor up your Forge Tinders, and then Ranger Captain also gives you like meaningful disruption against combo decks. Likely over King Darien. And then maybe over Prosperous Innkeeper as well. I think this is maybe a weird game where we're just in on making a giant Coretapper also. Were there enough tokens there for Darien to not just be a Lord? Oh, they had Stomp. Okay, I missed that. I mean, Darien also like sacks for hexproof and destructible. I think you just want to play Ranger Captain, and then you get to play like 4 Forged Cinders in the sideboard. I don't know what these Curse of Silences are for. They seem to be like a little lost in the sauce to me. Could give another counter to Coretapper. Oh yeah, sorry, I could have given another counter to Coretapper. Was a pump. Curse for Fury. Yeah, just play Burnington Forged Cinder for Fury. That card is really good, really underplayed. Okay, technically have one more turn. Oh no, don't have one more turn because of the Obosh. Okay, game 3 on the play. Yeah, but Forged Cinder counters the Fury. It's also going to give you better insulation against Ragavan, any red removal spell in general. This looks sweet. I remember I was playing Winota a little while ago. I always feel like this deck is like close. Winota's just such a messed up Magic card. Oh yeah, I was playing Geist Honored Monk because this like card was like more castable than any of the bigger cards. Also had Avalanche Riders on the side to hit off Winota. Had like 2 Forged Tenders. Could hit Gaddock too. Is 20 lands too greedy? I don't think so. No, with like you had 8 mana dorks and 8 mana dorks and Ragavan. I think that's fine. I might play Urza Saga on turn 1 here. No, probably better just play Stirrings. Although Urza Saga turn 1 lets me trigger it before Blood Moon comes down, which is nice. But this hand is also like not desperate for an Urza Saga trigger, so I think I'll wait. Love to grab Coretapper here. If this is the PTQ winning list, they are playing some discard spells, so I think I'm still playing out the Chalice. Everyone's misreading Darien. Maybe I'm misreading it too. Monkey, monkey, monkey. So we go Coretapper, try to block Ragavan, sack onto the Everflowing Chalice instead of just, you know, getting to cast the map. Oh, Darien only gives indestructible to tokens. Yeah, okay, I guess I'm also one of the misreaders. Okay, so we get to counter the Stomp, which is nice, but my opponent does get to connect with the Ragavan, which is, I think, fine. We're gonna have 5 mana next turn if we want it. Ragavan gets exiled by Urza Saga. Tendo Ice Bridge is the draw. Yeah, why don't we this turn just go Expedition Map, be able to make an Urza Saga token. Think Shieldred is playable in the Coffers list. So the thing about Coffers decks is you don't really want to play that many 4 mana spells, since on turn 4 you have 5 mana with Cabal Coffers Urborg. Like you want to play more 5 drops. So I'm actually like a bit more interested in the 5 mana Saga, if anything. But I'm also maybe just blinded by my love for Eldest Reborn when it comes to that card. Karn +1 in Treasure. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Okay, no Saga for us. Okay, we do get to go Power Conduit, move the luck counter here. Maybe I should go Karn plus on the Treasure. But then the Karn's just so likely to die. I could go Karn minus, could play Scepter. Don't have much to get off the map. Karn plus on Expedition Map. They need 2 removal spells to kill the Karn. Karn plus on map is kind of nice. I think I'm just gonna play the Scepter. Ballista is not the worst here. I can Ballista on 0. I can't Ballista on 1. One nice thing with this deck is like if the Ragavan doesn't hit Karn the Great Creator, it just doesn't do anything. Just, you know, it's just okay to get hit by it. I know many of you would rather die than get hit by a or Ragavan, but it's really not the end of the world, I promise. Okay, so we have 6 mana potentially. Which is 1 short of bridge, unfortunately. I can go, so I don't even get counters if I get Ice Bridge with the map. Karn, move Karn to Chalice Bridge. Well, I can't Karn without Chalice, tapping Chalice first. Ballista block sack. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Do I have a Coretapper in exile, actually? No, I don't. Tough turn for sure. I could maybe just cast Mystic Forge. Take 6. And then try to set up for Karn Bridge next turn. I think I kind of like casting Mystic Forge here. Oh man. Key's on top, but I'm 1 mana short of actually getting to like use the key. Karn, get key, play key, counter on Chalice from Conduit Forge. Yeah, but then like I don't really accomplish a lot with the Karn by doing that. I think I'm at a high enough life total. I can just take 6. Obviously, if they have 2 bolts, we're dead. But they've already cast 1, so it's like not nearly as likely either. I think this is fine. You can key now. I can cast the key, but oh, there's a bolt. Uh-oh, the bolt end of turn. No, I didn't have 1 mana to activate the key. Spike, exile the Karn. I don't know that I want to and like lose to a lightning bolt plus stomp. Oh, I do want to. I do want to because of the Ragavan. Right. Then we could have cast the Welding Jar, I guess, or maybe just leave it on top to not have another Karn. Dead to Stomp, dead to Lightning Bolt, dead to so much. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it was better to go for Ballista here, huh? Good match, though. Good match. Okay, on the draw with a phenomenally good hand. 7-card hand, too. These Gemstone Caverns are so good. Not casting Chalice. Yeah. If I just like not cast that Chalice, then we don't have to tap the Mystic Forge. Good point. Good point. A weird spot to be in, but yeah. So I'm pretty sure against Hammer Time here, I'm just gonna kind of go for like the really simple combo of just like getting a key off this Urza Saga on turn 3, and then just untapping Coretapper on the Scepter every single turn. So my opponent needs to kill me in 2 turns. They're gonna die to that. Okay, so if they have a hammer here, we are going to die. No, because they can't give Pro Colorless. They don't have a hammer. Okay. If they give Pro Colorless, the hammer just falls off. So we should be good to go with them having no cards in their hand. Just counter on the Cornucopia. It's probably just good to go key, untap the Coretapper this turn. Pass. Well, maybe we're a mana short of comboing off next turn. I guess I could have cast the Cornucopia this last turn, or sorry, cast the Scepter instead of doing the key. I think we're short of mana no matter what. I guess if we draw a land, we're probably fine here. We don't draw the land. So we go Manifold Key. Yeah, we're gonna be one mana short of comboing off. So I'm just trying to think if there's anything else we should be doing. Like, should we be just going for Mystic Forge this turn? I guess yes, because we could take infinite turns next turn if we just put a counter here. And so the upside of maybe going nuts with Mystic Forge does seem like a little bit higher than just casting the casting the Scepter and doing nothing. And another key on top is also interesting. Cast this on 0, I think. Another Coretapper. So now I can go sack this Coretapper, counters, untap. Play this Coretapper. Untap, play second forge. I don't know if I want to play second forge or if I just go Scepter counter. I guess second forge is best. Because I could potentially keep going. Ooh. We do get to keep going. We really get to keep going. So now I think I'm supposed to... Hold on. 7. Yeah, I think I'm actually supposed to put the counters here now. There's a few things we could hit underneath here. We're 1 mana short of going for Paradox Engine, unfortunately. But at the very least, I can just even get another key to keep going if I want to. So why don't we go... Bridge? I mean, I could play Bridge. My hand's not going to be empty, though. So we can go Power Conduit into... I can tutor up Boseiju also. Which is kind of nice. So yeah, let's go... Yeah, maybe I just grab a key, tutor up Boseiju, untap the Cornucopia. Or let's go Voltaic Key, untap Cornucopia. Crack the map and maybe just try to keep going instead. Probably not that. Key and fair off of map. I think I'm a little short of getting another key and I mean, I'm 1 short of tapping another key. Okay, I think we're actually fizzled at this point. We can just Boseiju the Sigarda's Aid, cast the Scepter with next turn. Use Conduit before tapping Battery again. Yeah, I guess that was a bit better. Put a Pex at him. I was thinking Blast Zone. Oh, Blast Zone kills our own keys. I think it's just really hard to lose that game from that spot, to be honest. Probably didn't need to even do all that stuff we just did. I think on the draw, I may be making no changes here. I don't really want the Welding Jars. We would have won if we had used our Coretapper more aggressively, but I thought it made sense to just hold it to win next turn. But if we had gone more aggressively, we could have gone off with Paradox Engine. Thank you again, Steven, with the 16 months. Or from the gifted sub for Marv, maybe. Do I consider Hammer Time a tier 1 deck still? It's been very popular like lately. I don't know if it was like unpopular this last weekend, but I usually like it takes me like 2 weekends or 2 or 3 weekends for a deck to like fall off for me to like start to like think it's not super tier 1. But it's been, you know, it definitely like has fallen in and out of tier 1 status over the last year or so, and I think that it will continue to fall in and out of status as people play more and less hate for it, right? And it's also like the kind of deck that you can always play, even if it's not that well positioned, because the deck's really powerful and you can play it pretty well to be fine. How does this deck fare against artifact destruction? Seems like it's prone to a well-timed shatter effect. I mean, you can play through it sometimes, especially if your opponent doesn't put like a lot of meaningful pressure on you, but I will say like most of your losses are to well-timed, like engineered explosives or force of vigor. You've got some welding jars in the sideboard, you know. You can rebuild sometimes, and sometimes you can't. But if I were to say that this deck was resilient to Force of Vigor, that would be not true. I can keep this hand. Kind of maybe a little slow, but I think it's hard to mulligan this, especially against a Hammer Time opponent who is mulliganing. Yeah, Charm is really good too. Awesome, Dredge. Yeah, I've been liking the Grixis scam deck, too. How much fridge space does HelloFresh take up? I don't know yet. Our box is supposed to come tomorrow, and so the plan is to do the cooking stream on Thursday, and then that was another reason why I wanted to take tomorrow off, was so I could figure out how I'm doing the cooking stream, like get that all set up. I think I should just be able to like maybe stream through or like get the video through my phone, but I need to just research how to do that, and then do channel fireball stuff tomorrow, but most importantly, just deck build and brew all day. Okay, opponent's tanking on their mulligan decision. Instead of a four-man grill next to your keeper. Dude, our grill still has wasps in it. Yesterday, so like, I've gone in there and I've found the wasp nest, taken it out, killed the wasps. And then yesterday, Esther grills a steak on the grill, and she has it up to like 600 degrees, and when she takes a steak out, wasps still living in the grill. It's crazy. And they're just like chilling with the grill on at like, you know, max heat. They're just hanging out, you know what I mean? They're just hanging out. So maybe we'll have some wasps in the HelloFresh stream. Okay, they've got turn 1 Saga. Springleaf Drum. Any 0 drops? Not yet, at least. I think that, especially against the Esper Sentinels, I like to run out the Cornucopias turn 1. Basically all the time, just play the Cornucopia turn 1, I think. Should be 600. She definitely said 600, but it probably wasn't that hot. She was maybe being hyperbolic when she said it to me, and I was like, oh, okay, that sounds right. The steak was really good. It wasn't burned. I don't know how hot it was. That's just what she said. Did we get a sneak peek at what brews you're most excited about? I mean, I did a long YouTube video talking about the cards I'm most excited about. I don't have decks built yet. I'm going to be deck building tomorrow. Okay, so they can hammer on Inkmoth Nexus next turn for a potential turn 3 kill into play. And I am pretty cold to that. Is there any way I can map for Boseiju? No, I'm just dead. Let's go to game 3. I think there's like never any situation where they don't go for it either. I get to be on the play for game 3, which is really nice. I might want to cut. Let me cut a Caverns on the play for another key. Yeah, I guess I have Bant Company ready to go. It's the one exception. Did they have Hammer in hand? They had the hammer off the Urza Saga. How does the deck win? It tries to take infinite turns with Magistrate Scepter. You have a few other win conditions, like just making a giant Urza Saga token, maybe make it unblockable with Manifold Key. Sometimes you lock your opponent out with a Karn the Great Crater, kill them with Walking Ballista. But for the most part, you're just taking infinite turns with your Scepters and then, you know, finishing them off with a Saga token or Ballista. Damage against one hammer? No, not if it's on an Inkmoth Nexus. It has Infect. But no, we couldn't play Karn. I mean, that was our turn 2. We didn't have the mana for Karn. Okay, on the play. I just like didn't have the mana to do anything that turn really. Have to mulligan this. We can try this hand. This hand definitely needs to find a mana battery off the Ancient Stirrings, but if we do, I think we're in pretty good shape, and we're on the play too, so hopefully we have a little bit more time. I think I'm keeping both Ice Bridges, just putting back the core. So no mana battery in this hand. I could take the Urza Saga to find one. I think I'll do that. Yeah, it's not. I'm saying mana battery to describe Everflowing Chalice or Astral Cornucopia. It's a bit wordy to say both of those, and they do the same thing. So I like to just say, or we've just been saying mana battery instead. And so next turn we can either make a Saga token or go I think I'll go Ice Bridge, Stirrings, pay for Sentinel, try to find a mana battery so I can start putting counters on it with Coretapper. Although our draw step is going to, and what my opponent does, are definitely going to influence that. Floating a white mana here. Yeah, maybe a map for Boseiju. They're marching my Urza Saga, which is like a pain in the ass, but not the end of the world. Playing Sigarda's Aids. Hopefully I have at least 2 more turns. Probably can't win if they just have double hammer next turn, right? So Ice Bridge, Stirrings. We missed on a mana battery off the first Ancient Stirrings. We have 8 of them in the deck. It'd be pretty unlikely to miss, or unlucky to miss on both. I guess unlucky and unlikely. But we, I guess, are unlucky and unlikely here, huh? Shucks. Okay, so let me take Power Conduit. I do still have a plan. My plan is to go next turn, play Mirrodin's Core, Magistrate's Scepter, and then put a counter out with the Coretapper. Take a turn immediately by sacking the Coretapper if I need to. And need to would be, I guess, then putting a hammer on it. And then next turn, and then the turn after, if I don't have to, I can go Power Conduit, start peeling counters off the Mirrodin's Core, put the counters on the Scepter, try to go off with the Scepter. Lavinia is actually not doing much right now, but it does stop me from playing another Chalice. This is pretty good. Against my exact hand is beatable for sure. Inkmoth Nexus, very scary card to see. Very scary card to see. I guess I should have put a counter on the Coretapper itself. So I think I am super unlikely to win if they have a hammer in their hand. Or sorry, so obviously what I can do here is I can go counter on the Scepter and then sack the Coretapper, take a turn, untap. But I'm just like very unlikely to win. I'm very unlikely to win with that as my plan, where I'll get to take a turn, untap, Power Conduit, put a counter, and just do nothing. So I just have to hope that I'm not dead. Yeah, the Mirrodin's Core very nice here, especially with the Power Conduit and the Scepter. We beat a Stoneforge Mystic, which is nice. We're dead to exactly hammer. Obviously, they can have more cards like March of Otherworldly Light too. They can also just, not have anything. More Lavinias. Okay, so it's going to be kind of interesting whether they want to save that for the Inkmoth Nexus or not, but if all they have is this hammer, we should win. They do cast the hammer. If they just had another hammer in their hand, they should have probably already killed me by now. They do get the card on the Esper Sentinel, so I guess one problem now is if we're going to cast non-creature spells, we give them cards. They could maybe, if they don't have any interaction right now, they could break out of my lock with March of Otherworldly Light being drawn eventually. So I guess what I'm probably supposed to do is just like, play this key, untap the Coretapper, counter here, and then just not cast any more spells. Just take my infinite turns, and eventually win the game with Urza Saga. So I'm not letting them draw into March of Otherworldly Light. But this is infinite turns, and I should be able to just find an Urza Saga without ever giving them another card. It's going to take a while and a lot of clicks, but assuming they don't somehow have something, and I don't think it makes any sense for them to have anything at this point, we should be good to go. I guess it's also possible that all of my copies of Saga are in the bottom of the library, but for all 3 to be at the very bottom is pretty unlikely, right? They should scoop. I would maybe not scoop yet if I were them. I mean, again, all my Sagas can be on the bottom here, right? And it's also like true that maybe they think I need to let them draw a card and they could draw March. So basically I'm playing against the clock in this deck. I'm not. Maybe you would be. I usually don't really struggle with the clock very much. I still have 18 minutes on my timer here. Why not play out map? I don't know if anybody's listening to anything I say, but I am not letting them draw a card off Esper Sentinel to play around March of Otherworldly Light. So the only card I can play out here is Coretapper or lands or Urza Saga. Could also maybe find Boseiju for the Esper Sentinel. Junkie, thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate you. But I got plenty of time. I will eventually find an Urza Saga. And, you know, a creature with infinite turns. Good enough. Not finding any lands. So I need to maybe go a little slower to not misclick, So does another Coretapper really do anything? I guess it gets me ahead 1 counter. Which is not, you know, super relevant. But I guess it's also some misclick insurance here. I haven't drawn any lands yet. So again, I am not letting them draw any cards off the Sentinel because they have March of Otherworldly Light in the deck. It's just a big punt to give them the out of March of Otherworldly Light when you could not give them that. Ooh, baby. That's 1 life every turn. If we hit some land space until we might as well hold the map to speed things up. I mean, what is map doing for me? I guess finding Saga or Boseiju, sure. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, we are almost definitely going to find 1 Urza Saga before we find 11 mana to pay for the Sentinel, you know what I mean? Opponent's probably maybe asking a question in chat. Send them a message with the plan while you have priority. I don't know. I feel like a little bit weird because like there's also a good chance my opponent knows the plan, right? And that they are like just making me click through it because it's Magic Online. And I don't want to be, you know, weird and pushy, demanding that they concede when they're not under an obligation to. Yeah, but finding Boseijus, yeah, we just need to find one Saga, 1 Boseiju, and we're fine at this point. What if my opponent just has March of Otherworldly Light here somehow? I guess map would be insurance if you're like at 10 cards, can't find Saga. But even if I'm at 10 cards, like, it's just like the Sagas, like, even if the Sagas are literally the bottom 3 cards, I still think it's enough time. Or like Saga plus Boseiju. It's just so hard to like actually fizzle here. Well, this is technically correct. It might be worth to cast a map, give them 1 card to find Saga. I don't mind. I'm chilling. My opponent's not chilling. Yeah, my opponent is behind 3 minutes on the clock. I really do hope that they're not gonna like do the thing where they like wait 30 seconds between every action just to annoy you for the next 13 minutes. Surely that's not what's happening, right? There is like a 0% chance that they have March in their hand. Why would they let me take like six turns and then decide that they want to cast March on something? Run 15 months. If I was vindictive, I'd make you click through it. It's fine to make me click through it. What's not fine is like I'm not saying this is what my opponent's doing, but like intentionally stalling between turns. Between clicks, just to like annoy you for like 20 minutes or something is not okay, and is actually against TOS. Home run 15 months. Thank you. Maybe my opponent's firstborn child is on its way and they just have to drop the everything they were doing. Run right to the hospital. If it was my firstborn child, I would still make my opponent click through the combo. I could wait. Esther would understand. Yeah, this could be doing a HelloFresh stream right now. Although the food's not here, I guess. Yeah, what if opponent is Esther, huh? Okay, they conceded. Thank you, opponent. Very cool. Alright, so this is actually fan art of the line. Netflix recently came out with a really cool original show. It was a live action show called Cowboy Bebop, and this is a imagining of what those characters would look like if they were animated rather than being, you know, the live action. Okay, I can keep this. So it's just kind of like a fun imagining of those characters. Okay, puts on a mold of 6. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop, but as an anime, which is kind of like interesting. I don't really think it would work. I don't think it would really work as an anime instead of a live action. I think it was much better as a live action, but kind of like fun idea, you know. Blackleaf Cliffs. It's better to cast the Key or the Stirrings. Probably the Stirrings. We're not going to be able to Power Conduit Saga, at least with this Saga, unfortunately. And we missed on the land. I guess I need a payoff. I'll take the Karn. Blackleaf Cliffs, Gemstone Mine, Mold 4. Ah, it's just Dredge. Just Dredge, okay. Yeah, 4-1 prediction is going on. Double Creeping Chill to get back Silver Smuggle and a Prized Amalgam. So we're going to go float a mana. Almost definitely just grabbing a key here, I think. Counter on the Cornucopia. We go 2 mana, untap. 2 mana, untap. And then play Coretapper, Surge Node, pass. And then we can think about blocking and sacking. We can think about not doing that. Although maybe they're going to Dark Blast me. That would be fine. No lands in play. They dredge Stinkweed Imp instead of Dark Blast. I can't remember if they dredge. Let me see if they dredge Dark Blast. They do already have a Dark Blast in their hand though. Otherworldly Gaze in response to the Narcomoeba triggers to try to find a prized amalgam, which they do find. Dark Blast here. We put counters on the Cornucopia. Take 6, go down to 5, which means we are dead if they can find the other 2 Creeping Chills next turn, I think. Unless we can somehow combo off this turn, which seems unlikely. We'll see what we draw. We're most likely just going to go for Ensnaring Bridge here. Although second Karn is kind of awkward. Kind of gummed up in the hand here, I guess. I guess I can just go Karn for key. That must be a way to win with Engine. Oh, maybe you're right, actually. Hold on. Yeah, actually definitely is. A good draw after all, huh? So go engine, power conduit, untap everything. Dude, engine is so nuts. Gonna make a little bit of mana. I can maybe just Ballista kill without doing too much else. Mystic Forge also gets the job done, probably. I guess at 5 life it might not. So I have 10. I guess this is it's mana positive to Surge Node, so this is 12 plus 22, which is 34 plus 16, which is exactly 50 mana, which is not enough to Ballista kill here. So I have to Mystic Forge, I believe. Which is fine. Or maybe Scepter was better. Oh, Scepter was better. Scepter was just a definite one, actually. It's fine. Oh, I guess I get so lazy with the mana generation, but in this spot, I am actually like looking for another Karn for Ballista with like for next 60 or something mana. So I do need to make some mana here. I think I'm not gonna waste my time. Okay, go down to 3. Any castable spell doesn't need to be tapped for here. Now I have enough mana to Karn for Ballista pretty easily, so I don't need to keep going. But there's the Scepter. Scepter is a win. Yeah, Scepter is a win. Scepter, not the prettiest win, but we'll take it. I guess let's go ahead and play a big ol'. Let's just play Chalice on 55, baby. A good source of counters. I think of the modern potential of the new Soul of Windgrace. It'll be like a good card in Jund Saga, but not really any deeper than that. Oh no, this is only 15. So what a scam. What was even the point of all this? Okay, I could do more stuff than this, but my opponent's not conceding, so we'll just, you know, Ballista them. I think this Chalice has more counters. I can just go ahead and 0 mana, make like 60 mana just in case I... Oh, do it again. The Paradox Engine is a messed up card. I picked one up for this deck, and then I also get to play it in my new Magna EDH deck. Oh, I guess untapping this makes more sense because it's just faster to tap. Alright, so while I'm getting Carpal Tunnel, clicking 1,000 times here. Reminder that I think I'm taking tomorrow off to do deck building and prepping for the HelloFresh stream, which will be Wednesday, and then do like 10 or 12 hour streams on Thursday, Friday, when we actually get the new cards. Casting Ballista with Mana Rocks lets you add more of a Ballista. Oh, right. Keep a Chalice on 69. The real winning line. Okay, let's bring in the Tormod script, I think, as an Urza Saga target. I think we'll bring in Welding Jars as well. Cut a Mirrodin's core, cut the Expedition map. I usually do so in combo matchups so we can cut a Scepter and a Key. Yeah, new cards come out technically Wednesday night, but actually Thursday. And so I think it makes sense if I really want to do like long streams with the cards, so I think it makes sense to just take tomorrow off. Hand's good. Hand's good. Although, what am I putting back with the caverns? I guess I'm gonna put back the key. Welding Jar seems so nice here. Wait, Paradox Engine is banned in EDH? What's the point, huh? What's the point? That probably makes sense, though. It's two-wheel spinning. God, heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. Rules committee forbid that you spin your freaking wheels in EDH, huh? Yeah, but it actually seems like it just combo kills way too easily, huh? Format with Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, Soaring. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I don't know. We got the game done. Don't prismatic ending me. Don't do it. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the EDH is gonna. We're probably way too far gone to actually ban Soul Ring, Mana Vault, Mana Crypt, Demonic Tutor, Vampiric Tutor. But I think the format would be a lot better without those cards. So I boarded in my Tormod script, so I can't find it with Karn here. Do you think I have to play the Karn? I think I just have to grab my Mystic Forge. I could grab Bridge, I guess. Bridge with double Welding Jar is pretty sick. I can stretch. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, do they have Conflagrate in the yard? If they Conflagrate me for 6 next turn down to 8. I know they have Grudge in the yard. I have 2 Welding Jars, though. Kind of a tough spot. I think I'm gonna get the Bridge. Could still get burned out though, theoretically. Torpor Orb does stop amalgams, yeah. Does stop amalgam and Oxymogonus too. Yeah, but I can draw. I guess a key doesn't let me. Yeah, I guess a key doesn't actually let me cast the Bridge if they grudge in my upkeep. White mana. Does it have another Thrilling Discovery? It does. I think the key is mana neutral though. I don't think it does. Second Ancient Grudge in the bin. Only 6 cards left in my opponent's library. Oh no, sorry, this is the hand. I have 25 left in the library. Oh, never mind. I can't cast the Stirrings. No green mana. Lost the green mana with the Power Conduit. Lord Oni, 5 months. Thank you. So if they Conflagrate me for 7 this turn, I'm at 6, which is going to be too big for the 2 copies of Conflagrate to kill me. Silver Smoke Golem just attack the Karn. Can't you move counter to make green? No, you can't. You can't put counters on lands with Power Conduit. Yeah, non-artifact. You can put them on artifact lands, which is, as far as I know, not really relevant. Handy, 4 months. Thank you. I think if they don't have any more conflagrates in the deck, which I think a lot of times they only play one these days, then they should probably just pass. Liquimetal your own land, put a counter on it. I guess that works actually, huh? It's kind of funny. Love to see them discard a Creeping Chill. Be huge. Oh, love to see them Ox, because now they just like can't conflagrate me for very much this game. Just gonna deck themselves before they can. They may even, and I hate to say that, they may even wreck themselves. Although, oh, Narcomoeba can actually attack if I can't find any green mana. 2 Narcomoebas, no more Creeping Chills. 3rd Ancient Grudge. They can only play 1 Grudge a turn, though. 8 cards left in their library. Counter on Narcomoeba to make it stop attacking. What a beautiful line. Although at this point, I don't know if I can maybe just take the hit. We'll see, maybe not. What a draw, huh? Did not play Loam. Yeah, Dredge hasn't played Loam in a while. Sad, huh? So we'll see what they do. If they dredge Stinkweed, things get kind of interesting. No, they should only be able to play 1 Grudge a turn because it's green to flashback, not red. They only dredge 3 here. They have only 5 cards left in the library. They haven't hit another Creeping Chill yet. I wonder if they cited some out. I think I'm gonna take 2 this turn. Also, if they target my Chalice instead of my Ensnaring Bridge to try to trap it, I'm just gonna let that resolve. Although maybe I'll put counters, 2 counters on the Narcomoebas. Okay, they don't do that. So I'm gonna grudge my bridge. We get to Welding Jar. Bring Blast a new puppet. Let opponents deck themselves. The problem is that they have 2 Ancient Grudges in the yard, and I only have 1 Welding Jar left. And in play, I do have another one in the deck. So maybe if I could draw a green source stick for it, just draw the jar. Could draw a Tormod's Crypt also. But I don't actually think that. I think that they trimmed Creeping Chills. They maybe have 1 more in the deck, but I think we're fine. I'm kind of hoping we're fine, I guess. But I think my plan is to put a counter on the Blast Zone, then put 2 counters on the Chalice, so that I have outs to like draw Karn or like Mystic Forge and stuff. Although I guess it was better to put another. I should have tapped the Chalice, because then I could just have 1 more counter on the Blast Zone. No, you can't. Yeah, you can't put an ice counter on the bridge. You can only put counters on artifacts or creatures. You can't put them back on lands. So play Coretapper. I guess we're just dead. They just grudge twice. Just dead. Karn 1 card too deep. We go to game 3. We're on the play for game 3, so I'll cut a Caverns. Click submit. Weird game. Weird game. Do you have Crypt inside? I boarded the Crypt in the main to 2-drop Saga because Karn can grab other relevant cards. This hand I think is usually a keep. I think I'll have to play against Dredge, especially because we can get Tormod's Crypt off Saga that we play on turn 1. I'm gonna keep. Opponent looks like they are mulliganing. Mulliganing to at least 6. We're resilient to Thoughtseize here, so I not really see much reason to play out the Cornucopia. Although I guess it could maybe bait like a Prismatic Ending. I don't think Force of Vigor is super common in Dredge. They don't really have the green cards for it, right? They do keep a card on top here. Okay, so play this on 0. Surge Node. Stirrings. We do find mana this time. It's very interesting though. Do you want Forest or do you, I think Inventors Fair. The life gain on Inventors Fair seems actually pretty nutty if we like end up hiding behind Bridge. Let's go for that. Could also make a Saga token this turn if I wanted to. Might do that. But tried out Artifact Springleaf Drum. I mean, your mana, it's like a much worse mana rock than Cornucopia or Everflowing Chalice. So they're milling over 2 Ancient Grudges, but I get to exile both of them with the Tormod's Crypt here. It's actually huge because I think I only saw 3 in the deck total last game. Don't know if I want to make a Saga token or not. I think no. I think we can play Karn. The Tormod's Crypt, pop it now. Surge Node counter here. I guess it's mana neutral to play this Power Conduit, so we will... Oh, almost messed up. Take the counter off the Ice Bridge. 1 mana short of getting Coating. It's fine. Theoretically, they should be pretty slowed down here. I think I'll just grab Mystic Forge and then try to grab Paradox Engine next turn. Another Cathartic Reunion effect. So if they have another untapped land and they mill over a grudge, you could maybe be in some trouble. We should be fine though. I imagine that this is a pretty good matchup. That's true. Yeah, this is definitely a point for Relic over Crypt. Being able to recur it against Dredge. Dredge has been so uncommon lately. Still worth, thinking about somewhat though, right? Okay, so that's a great draw. So we'll go counter here, tap the Surge Node, counter on the Cornucopia, 5 mana, untap, 5 mana, Paradox Engine. Into Manifold Key, I think. Maybe Mystic Forge first is better. Have to think about it a little bit, I guess. 7, untap. It's pretty hard to break from here. Especially at 16 life. Untap the team. Okay, so I think I'm gonna prioritize making mana for a little bit here. Again, I know it's kind of easy to get kind of lazy. Although I guess I should probably just play this as like. Hold on, why can't I? Oh, sorry, I have to click here. I'll put this on 13. Make it easier to go through the deck. Just have a giant or 12, whatever. Okay, so Mystic Forge away the top card. Coretapper. Yeah, I think just because I can like hit a, I need more mana to hit a Karn to Ballista that I will for a little bit until I have like 100 mana or something. Untap. Although maybe I'm even good enough now, huh? Okay, next card is an Everflowing Chalice. Yeah, we should be good to Karn for Ballista now, so we can stop with the keys. Oh, I should have with the trigger on the stack though tapped the Mystic Forge. Very small thing. Okay, there's the Karn for Ballista for the win. Maybe just untap this one more time for no real reason. Easy peasy, huh? So last time I did this, my opponent let me cast, or made me cast the Ballista, and then conceded after I cast the Ballista. But this time they're just conceding. So 4-1 that league. Violet Bunny, thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate you. 4-1 that league. Maybe could have won the match we lost against Mono Red if we had taken a different line. I don't think the line we took was horrible. Deck always scratches the brain, though. I think we're gonna call the stream here. Again, I might still stream tomorrow, but I think I'm just gonna take tomorrow off. Work on Decklist, work on Channel Fireball stuff, work on setting up the HelloFresh stream. Since Magic Online maintenance is down Wednesday, I think I'm gonna do the HelloFresh stream that Wednesday. No Magic Online anyways. And then as soon as we get the new cards, I'll be doing like 10, 12-hour streams with the new stuff, just trying to really dive into it really quickly. So that's going to be all for me today. Good stream, good time chat. I'll see ya.
Thank you.